Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cmdr Embryo. Today I've got another Federal Corvette build for you. This is a bit of a comedy build, to be honest. Following my last all-cannon man-of-war build, I decided to think, well, what else could you chuck on this thing? So obviously a lot of people go for the double plasma accelerators at the back on the huge hardpoints. So I decided to fill all the other hardpoints with plasma accelerators as well. Except obviously the tiny ones, because they don't come in that size. But as you'll see in a minute, I need some gimbaled pulse lasers on those anyway, because hitting a tiny ship with a full complement of fixed plasma accelerators is an absolute nightmare. Okay, so we're going to jump over to the outfitting screen. I'll show you how I've changed the build. Right, I'll see you there in a moment. Right, okay, so we're in the outfitting screen. You can see here we've got the plasma accelerators all the way down. Obviously in the large one, sorry, the huge points, the large point, the two mediums, and then the tiny little piddly small hard points at the front. I've put just two gimbal pulse lasers because I was finding they were absolute, as I said before, it was terrible trying to hit a small ship, in case there's a wing and there's a small ship with a larger one. So this should hopefully take care of their shields, and then I can probably ram them or whatever, do what we can. As you'll notice here, we've got a whole pile of empty mounts as well. I've taken off the shield boosters for this. I did in my previous builds have 4 shield boosters here, but to save the power, as I said, this is very much an experimental build. It's basically a flying toaster. You'll hear the warnings go off almost immediately when you fire off, but I couldn't warrant having that extra power. Obviously, I do have some power available if I tweak the loadout a little bit to have maybe 1, possibly 2. But for this, we won't bother. It's not important. It's more of a fun build, really. I want to show you guys what it's like. All right, the internals. Nothing's changed, still got the same, so it's best power plant, best thrusters, best frame shift, all the way down. We've kept the shield cell banks. One of them's turned off, and I'll obviously switch it back on, do the swap when one runs out, and that's about it. The rest is the same as before. So let's jump into a res or a nav beacon, and I'll show you what this thing's like. Right, okay, so we just jumped into the Haz RES resource extraction site here. We'll see what our targets we can find. Okay, well, so what you'll notice with the fixed weapons, you need a large target. If you attempt to use this on any small ships, you're going to miss by a fair margin. Well, let's see if we can get this guy. That's all you're going to hear on this build.
Taking heat damage.
Terrible shot there. I'd say it's more of a just an experiment really than a real useful build, because you end up spending more on repairs because you've heated your modules up so much. But it was more of a does it work sort of experiment. If I can get in close though, so let's see. Right.
Taking heat damage.
It's just instantaneous. It is quite impressive against the larger ships. This get all of them to hit. Not like that. Well, they'll disappear again. There you go. Oh dear. Still terrible shot here. Come on in. Okay, so that's one down. Let's see if we can find a larger target. Alright, well this will be an interesting test. We've got a wing of 3 Eagles. least 2 Eagles. I haven't paid attention to what the other one is. It's just hitting these guys is nigh on impossible.
Warning, taking heat damage.
However, if you do connect,
Taking heat damage.
they do a fair bit of damage.
Offline. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage.
You're going to get that warning quite a lot with this build. Okay, so as obviously I don't have the shield cells on, but I do have my little pulses to help out with exactly this
Warning, taking heat damage.
sort of situation, because it is just ridiculous trying to hit these small guys, especially with the fix with the. Oh, there you go as well. Proved myself wrong. Right.
Target destroyed.
Let's get his mate into view. Right, here we go.
Warning, taking heat damage.
See, even the smaller size ones do enough. Oh, it's weapon power. Totally forget. But this isn't a viable, a real viable build at all. Really, it's definitely a fun experiment though.
Heat sink deployed. Scan detected.
Get him.
Warning, temperature critical. Target
Here you go.
shields offline. Warning, taking heat damage.
See, 2 shots and they're down. I mean, you're not burning a great deal of money. You probably spent more in the
Target destroyed.
more on ammo than you're going to get with the bounty. But in terms of fun and just a challenge and to improve your sort of fixed weapon skill, I think it's it's a fun thing to try out, definitely. Come on, let's get this guy.
Warning, taking heat damage.
So you hit him with the smaller ones there. Let's.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Oh, didn't lead him enough. Right, let's get the old head look on. There's only one guy now, so I can have all my pips into engines and weapons.
Scan detected.
Should have had him there. It's given me a nice easy target.
Warning, taking heat damage.
There you go. Right, got it.
Warning, taking heat damage.
What a shot! I'm happy with that one. Right, let's see if we can find a larger target, which is this is.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Oh, not another eagle. I've had a bad spawn again. Right. I'm gonna cut back when we get a larger foe. Okay, so we got this clipper here.
Warning, taking heat damage.
See that fully shielded down to 79%. Absolutely bananas against the larger target.
Warning, taking heat damage.
I know I should be targeting his modules, and it'll probably. There you go. Take him out a bit further.
Scan detected.
You don't really need to be accurate at all with the large targets. That's the cool thing with this build.
Target destroyed.
But as I say, it's really not it's not a sensible build by any stretch of the imagination. What's this vulture up to? Is he a bounty hunter? Okay, so I haven't tried a vulture yet.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Rolling around together. Let's... Should have taken the shot then. Get this guy in our sights.
Warning, taking heat damage.
I don't know why he's not trying to attack me, but let's get him again. Some more pips into engines. Go on, mate. Nose up, nose up. Oh,
Warning, taking heat damage.
oh, that was close.
Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat
Yes,
damage.
we know. You can turn those
Taking
warnings
heat
off.
damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Target shields offline. Warning, taking heat damage.
I do have heat sinks, I can be doing this, but obviously if you're trying to do this as a real build, then you'd be spamming heat sinks left, right and centre to compensate for the horrendous build-up, but I'm saving the heat sinks for... oh, that was a good twist through those. I'm saving the heat sinks for my shield cells if I...
Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning.
There you go. So the guys...
Warning.
I'm missing everything. Let's go backwards a bit.
Damage.
And
Warning, taking heat damage.
there you go. Obviously knocked out something quite important there on his ship, so what else we got? Okay, so I've just found this Federal assault ship, up to no good. So we'll see how this fares against...
Warning, taking
There you
heat
go,
damage.
fully shielded down to 80%.
Target shields offline.
Made him crap himself.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Terrible shot. So you really need to get in close with these ones, but let's see if we can get it.
Warning,
Interesting
taking
little
heat
shot.
damage.
Oh, it's too speculative on that one. Let's get in close again. The old headlock on.
Warning, taking heat damage.
I'm trying to...
Warning, taking heat damage.
Terrible
Under
shot.
attack. Warning, taking heat damage. Target shields online.
Alright, well at least the shields won't last very long if we can get another hit, so... There you go. So it literally, if you can get a couple good hits on them, they're gone. They're
Heat sink deployed.
okay. So this aft scout is on 1%.
Warning, temperature critical.
There you go. Just take his last 1% off.
Offline. Warning, taking heat damage. Target destroyed.
That was a sneaky steal on that one. Right, so it's Diamondback Scout. Let's see if we can get a long range hit on him.
Warning, taking heat
Not if he
damage.
turns direction like that.
Warning, taking heat damage. Warning,
Oh, that was right across his nose.
Warning, taking heat damage.
See, the fix, it's so hard. I'm going to just take this guy out with the gimbal. There you go.
Scan detected. Target destroyed.
So the small hard points on here are actually quite handy with those small, with the gimbaled pulse lasers, just to knock out any small targets. Alright, so we've got ourselves another wanted federal assault ship.
Warning, taking heat damage. Under attack.
Try and get in close, and just unload everything on him. Try and hit him that way.
Warning, taking heat damage. Target shields offline. Warning, taking
Terrible.
heat damage.
Oh, come on.
Warning, taking
Yes.
heat damage.
That's it. Give me a... Yeah, well-armoured target. Let's just drop down into power plant and see if that makes any difference. Come back here, my friend. There you go.
Warning, taking heat damage. Target shields offline. Scan detected.
Can't.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Oh, what a volley!
Warning, taking
There you
heat
go.
damage. Target destroyed.
Epoxy illegal, come and say hello.
Warning, taking heat damage. Under attack. Target shields offline. Warning, taking heat damage.
Oh, it was a valiant effort on his part there. Alright, so we got a Diamondback Scout causing some trouble.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Not anymore.
Target destroyed.
Well, it's just federal assault ship after a federal assault ship at the moment, so we can sort of slowly saunter up to this guy.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Give him a
Target
full
shields
volley.
offline.
Too wishful thinking on that one there.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Terrible shooting there, Mike. Right. Awful. Right, let's get this guy. He's get his power plant targeted.
Target shields online.
It certainly
Target shields
certainly
online.
feel like a
Warning,
really
taking
hard. You know, you do certainly pack a punch. As you can say, as you can see, I'm not really hitting these guys with a lot of shots, but it's just getting that getting it on target is the issue.
Warning, taking heat damage.
The AI is getting better and better at dodging out of the way of the larger rounds.
Warning, taking heat damage.
Make things a bit easier on myself, a bit more power to engines.
Warning, taking heat damage.
10% left.
Target destroyed.
Boom. Okay, so this is the largest target we've had so far, I believe. You know, obviously we had one Imperial Clipper. Let's try this Python out. It's power plant targeted. you go.
Target shields offline. Warning, taking heat damage.
Terrible shooting there.
Taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage. Module malfunction. Warning, taking heat damage. Warning,
Oh, I see it.
heat damage.
We're starting to take
Malfunction.
more and more damage now.
Taking heat damage. Warning,
The
taking
half
heat
billion
damage.
credit toaster is... Oh,
Taking heat damage. Warning, taking heat damage.
it's just... if you do want to take this build out, I probably would suggest turning those warnings off.
Warning, taking heat damage.
But it certainly dispatches the targets pretty quickly, as you can see. Right. Okay, so still no Anaconda, unfortunately, but I'm going to head back to the station and I'll show you the net gain, or not, as the case may be. Okay, so we just arrived back at the station, and I want to show you this screen here. Obviously, the repairs are all to do with the heat that I generated in the ship and the reload. So between the repairs and the reload, it's over 150,000 credits. Now, I'm not suggesting for one bit that you try this build. Well, I'm suggesting you try it out, but I'm not suggesting at all that it's a viable, realistic build. It's more of an experiment, more of a bit of fun, just to see how much plasma tennis balls you can stick onto your ship. But so we'll see what we got in. So you can see there we've got a total of 722,000. So what's that? About 470,000. Have I got that in my? Got that right in my head? No, about 570,000 net profit, which isn't too bad for about 30 minutes in in the res, but you won't survive a decent wing. You come up against a wing of clippers. I will suggest you probably won't fare very well, but purely just to sort of as a bit of a fun play about build, it's certainly good fun. And yeah, so check it out. It will make your ship nice and toasty. You certainly won't get cold. But again, it's a testament to the Corvette. It's a stupendous build. A really silly ship. You're so survivable. The endurance it's got in it, with a couple shield cell banks and the A7 shield. As I said, this didn't have shield boosters, so that was just a standard A7 shield, and you can see it was getting peppered a fair bit by those eagles, and it was dropping fairly significantly, fairly quickly. But I was able to rack it back up again, generating a bit more heat, keeping the old marshmallows toasted. But I hope you've enjoyed it. A bit of a silly one today, but can't always be sensible. All right, guys. But if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Comment. Let me know if you've tried it out and what you think of it. But have fun out there. All right, guys. So try and fly safe. If you can't do that, fly dangerous. See you soon, guys. Take care.